Leo, Sagittarius, I hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for June 2022. So in this reading, Sagittarius, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding June 2022. But before we get into this reading, Sagittarius, as always, I would like to let you know that you are definitely very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. And if you feel that this reading resonates with you, Sagittarius, definitely smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already for future updates. That'd be greatly appreciated, Sagittarius. So let's just go ahead and get into this reading and see what it is that would like to come through for you for the month of June 2022, Sagittarius. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Sagittarius. Ooh. All right. Damn. All right, Sagittarius, it seems like there's something going on here. In your opportunity for June 2022, you have the 8 of Pentacles here. So this is just get to work, plain and simple. You know, like kind of put your head down and do the things that are required of you to get to where you want to go. Okay, some of you definitely need to, I'm just getting the feeling like you're not really taking stock of all of the things that you've worked on up until this point, or some things that just come natural to you that you're basically discounting. All right, I'm getting that very strongly for you, Sagittarius, because you see how this person has all these, like, he's already made these, right? Pentacle, pentacle, pentacle. But it's a really strange message coming in where some of you here have basically discounted your natural abilities or some sort of ability that you've worked on over your life or abilities that you came into this life with, and you're discounting it because you basically think that everyone else is the same, right? It's like this is happening for me. Like, I have a bunch of spiritual friends, and you know, we talk about the deepest shit you could imagine, as a lot of you do with your own spiritual friends. But what you tend to do is discount that because you think that everyone has that same esoteric deep knowledge that you've spent or you've come in with, or you've also, for alternatively people, spent years cultivating, and you basically discount yourself because you think everyone else has the knowledge, which is just not true. So you shouldn't. So, I mean, but that's kind of like, where are we going here? 8 of Pentacles here is your opportunity, so get to work, value, realize that you got some stuff going as well. You have the Judgment card here in your challenge here, Sagittarius. So this is basically learning from the past. Also, I'm getting, though, hearing the call from Spirit. Anything like, basically for this card right now, Sagittarius, in your challenge, listening to the call from Spirit may be very challenging for you because I basically feel like you're blocking it. Like, if I'm just like being honest with you, Sagittarius, it's like Spirit's giving you an idea to change your life, but you're just like not doing it. There could be fear that's blocking this. There could be a very valid reason why you're not taking the call from Spirit. So I'm not here to invalidate your emotions. I'm not here to do that at all, okay? Just want to make that clear. But like, what I'm getting, Sagittarius, is something to understand about this reality is that physical action is the language of physical reality, okay? It's like, you could be coming up with the best ideas over and over and over again, but they're just ideas, right? If you don't really do anything with those ideas, they remain ideas, and they probably will go to someone else because your brain is a transmitter and receiver of energy. Your thoughts do not exist in your head. Very few people will dispute that fact now. So you're going to get this idea, and if you're not going to act on it, then Spirit's going to be like, all right, well, let's go to someone else because they're not willing to do it, all right? Because the Eight of Pentacles in your opportunity. So, like, in what you don't see coming, there's this like heartbreak. There's just like not taking an opportunity. We're gonna have, and your overall general energy though, this is very strange. I'm trying to put this all together, Sagittarius, but we're gonna have to see. In your overall general energy, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords, and you also have the Page of Wands. 2 pages and a queen. Interesting. You may have a lot of people going on in your reality. Interestingly enough, the Page of Cups is offering that cup to the Eight of Pentacles here. So I basically feel like you're too smart for your own good, Sagittarius. And you basically think like the bar is so high. Like whatever you want to do in this reality, this is going to seem dark. All right, I'll just put it like this. It's going to seem dark, but it's coming through, and I will say it. Okay? When I was setting out on my journey to become like a spiritual teacher, right? I was like thinking that the bar was like so high, and it is kind of in that field. But like, okay, let's say you wanted to do something. You think that like most of let me try to explain this. The Page of Cups is offering that to the opportunity. Basically, I just feel like there's a childlike outlook, a fun, free-spirited outlook that you could be looking at to improve your life, to like basically see like the beneficial qualities that you have, the beneficial qualities that you've worked on in a childlike way, but you're taking something very seriously. You're taking something very seriously, and it's kind of blocking that. Now, to get to the download, what I was just saying to finish my thought, because Spirit's taking me in a million different directions, is that basically this is something I used to fight, that the world is so messed up. Right, people are on Xannies, and half of everyone's mommy is like just too drunk to even know what's going on every night. And I'm not laughing at that, by the way, but it's just probably the reality. And people are so messed up that if you take stock of your positive qualities and you have any amount of discipline, any amount of persistence, any amount of willpower, any amount of positive thinking, you will just, bam, pass society. I mean, look at the kids, Sagittarius. What the fuck is this rant? Look at the kids that are young or in like high school right now. I mean, it's bad. And maybe this is just me, so take what you want from this. But I'm basically saying, because the world is so messed up, because everyone's on drugs and everyone thinks the world is ending, and everyone, like, if you just put your heart and mind into something, you're going to succeed at it. But you have to do it in a free-flowy way that's like not creating this excess potential that I'm channeling, which is probably just your energy or mine as well. So just be aware of this, Sagittarius. Basically what I'm telling you is the bar is lower, and you already have some qualities that you're not really, like, you're discounting. It's also interesting that the Queen of Swords would turn her back to the Page of Cups. So you have this split personality within you, basically, is what I'm sensing. You also may have a Queen of Swords in your life that, I don't know, she's pointing to the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands doesn't even see her. I don't know, we're going to have to clarify this. Now, the reason why I'm going on this rant is because in your what you don't see coming, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Three of Swords, and you also have the Five of Pentacles, and what you don't see coming for June 2022, right? So I basically feel like you feel like you're on the outside of something that you really want to do. And because, I mean, come on, this is the challenge, right? The cup is coming right from your challenge. Okay, you're basically, for a lot of you here, Sagittarius, I basically feel like you feel like you're an outsider because of your own thoughts, and it's reflecting that way, even though it doesn't have to be that way. The Three of Swords is the centerpiece to your reading, so no matter what, I'm going to be very objective. Like, let's get objective here. Pain, some sort of pain that always leads to a greater benefit, though. Like, so heartbreak. I feel like potentially you're breaking your own heart. Someone could also be breaking your heart here, because you do have a lot of people here. There could be a choice in love for you as well. You could have multiple choices in love. I mean, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords is right above that Three of Swords. You could be going through a breakup, even though if you don't want to. Like some of you, like that could be in your cards, what I'm sensing. But most of you, it has to do with like a purpose. It has to do with like your career. It has to do with like that, where, look, okay, the advice from your spirit guides is to just like, you gotta go to the Himalayas for like June, basically. And, I mean, there's a lot going on. I'll unpack it for you, though. I mean, look at this, Sagittarius. Look at this. This is the advice from your spirit guides, right? We have the Hermit. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Three of Wands. It's a very consistent energy here. Not a lot of different advice, right? Four of Swords to the Hermit is go within. This is the advice from your spirit guides. Go within, Sagittarius. Also, the Three of Wands is visualize what you want. Take stock of your benefits, and get to work, basically. So it's a difference, because I said the opportunity is the Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work. But it's starting to be like maybe it's inner hard work, which is the real hard work, right? No amount of action that you take can ever make up for what you lack in thought. Although at the same time, paradoxically, physical action is the language of physical reality. So you're balancing all these things, and basically you're in this reality, and like, I just get the feeling like you don't want to look like a fool. Okay, that's what really this is. That's what really this is. I don't care if this is like to do, like you're working through something with your partner. You're hearing the call from spirit to maybe like be a certain way with your partner, or to accept yourself here as well. Especially if you're a guy, Sagittarius, I almost get this like fake masculinity that I think that is making you a little bit unattractive to the person. Whereas if you were to just own who you are, it would be better. Like there was this guy, like to give you an example, and this may not resonate for all of you, but I want you to hear it for some reason. There was this guy who was like kind of like people loved him because he was like a little bit like flamboyant, right? A little bit, like kind of like feminine, like guy who's like an actor or something. And like to prove his manliness, he like entered into a boxing match to like make his girl like find him more attractive. And it literally just like, it's embarrassing. It's just like, it had the opposite effect. It ruined his whole charm. So I feel like you're basically ruining your charm. I don't care if you're a girl or a guy. Like you could be ruining your feminine charm. You could be ruining your masculine charm by trying to go in the other way. There is so much going on in this reading. I'm trying to keep up. All right, we're going to have to clarify. I had a thought, but it went away. Whatever. All right, let's go ahead and clarify why, Sagittarius. I want to see why the Judgment is here in your challenge. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Why is the Judgment card here in your challenge for June 2022? What are you not doing? Like basically, like you're afraid to expand and like look stupid, but you're looking stupider by not. If you even care what other people think about you, because we all do to a certain extent. But basically, you have to understand that like no one can even. Do you understand that no one has the ability to judge you? Because they haven't had your life experience. Even if they judge you, it's not completely accurate, right? It's projections on their behalf. They don't know where you came from. They don't know your soul mission. They don't know everything. I'm getting pissed now. Why is the Judgment card here for Sagittarius? Judgment card is clarified by the Hermit again. The Judgment card is clarified by the Hermit. So basically, there's Spirit is trying to tell you something deep. It's deep. It's deeper than what I'm telling you. I'm like literally giving you the breadcrumbs of your own downloads, right? You do realize that because it's specific to each and every one of you. I can't like the Hermit to the Judgment card, Sagittarius, is your challenge. So I basically feel like you need to take a step back. You need to look at yourself. How am I being inauthentic? What am I afraid of losing? Because anything that's truly belongs to you, you can't lose. You can lose egoic status, but the way that you get status in this world is by being ego-free, because that's how you free fall. That's how you move through your destiny, basically. Like, I basically feel like the Hermit to the Judgment card, you need to take stock of what you already have, like the benefits that you already have, and basically fully accept them and put them into use somehow physically. But I basically feel like for some reason, there could just be a self-identity issue here where you have so many, it's almost like you have a war within yourself between different personalities. Because you do realize that like we might laugh at someone with actually multiple personality disorder, and we might say, oh, they have multiple personality disorder. Do you realize that every single person has multiple personality disorder? If you didn't realize that, well, now you know. But it's to a lesser degree. We only call it multiple personality disorder when it's particularly pronounced. But basically you have this split in your consciousness where that's why you're going to have to mend this. It's like deep shadow work. It's deep. I don't even know what to say about this. It's deep. Holy shit. All right. Let's also clarify why, let's clarify why the Three of Swords is the centerpiece to your reading. Some of you like maybe hearing the call to let go of something and to go on your own, right? I mean, advice from Spirit, Four of Swords, Hermit, Three of Wands. If you're in a partnership, you just may need to take a break in June. You may need to take a break to unpack all of this. Wow, but you're going to be getting some downloads. So definitely take care of yourself here, but like, don't forget what I said in the beginning with that Eight of Pentacles. Gosh, garnet, golly, gee, willikers. Three of Swords. Let's see here. Three of Swords is clarified in your centerpiece and what you don't see coming by the King of Swords, basically. So being stubborn, I'm getting that. Like the King of Swords is someone who's super stubborn. Basically what I'm sensing here, Sagittarius, is like not really listening to the call from Spirit because it's going to require you to maybe take a hit to your ego, right? It's like if you're starting a business, usually the first months are quite slow unless you're like one of these guys who's like, crypto, I know everything, and that's cool as well. But basically like Three of Swords to the King of Swords in what you don't see coming. And the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups right next to it, and the Five of Pentacles right next to it. Yeah, I mean, I basically feel like there's maybe you don't want to take a step down to take a step up, right? It's like, I'm getting this weird visual. Okay, like, you're on this ladder. You're climbing up this ladder, Sagittarius, and, like, a peg is missing. And there's one, and it's too far for you to reach. So you're going to have to, like, basically, like, if you're being like, I should just go back down the ladder and just, like, stay where I was instead of trying to take this leap to the peg up here. But you're going to have to put all your weight down and risk falling. But even if you fall, you don't really fall. I mean, maybe you do. But they got a trampoline down there. Don't worry. They got the fire departments there. Don't worry. You're going to have to put all your weight down and, like, basically, like, jump up to the next one. But you're not jumping up to the next one because you're so afraid of like falling. Like this is crazy.